What is your capacity to receive? Are you good at receiving love, assistance, support, help when you need it? It's the holiday season, and I think that's the sweetest time to look at the dance of giving and receiving. And how we receive is directly in portion in the reverse how we tend to give. It's a big one to unpack. And how we receive and give, we do this dance of giving and receiving is often because we've been culturally trained to, in a world of commodities and scarcity economy, we've been trained to give and receive in a very distorted way, in a very kind of tit for tat, or do it out of obligation, and then there's resentment, or don't ask for help so you don't have to be bothered by giving it, or just holding back, asking for help because you don't know how to, or feel like you're valued enough, or whatever it is. I listened to a documentary or read an article one time, a long time ago, that really put this in perspective. And it was a Westerner that went to a native Inuit tribe. I think it was the Inuit tribe, part somewhere in a desolate part of the globe, and he was there to do research and was going to be there for the whole winter. And he needed to catch a seal for the oil to put in his lamps, and for food to feed him, and to maintain himself in this little shack he was staying in for the winter time. But try as he may, as a Westerner, he did not catch a seal, and was in utter despair about how he was going to survive. And then, like, the next day, one of the community members, one of the tribe members, just sledded by and dropped off a seal. And he came out, and as a Westerner, reacted as a Westerner, like, oh, thank you so much. I was all up in my mind. I didn't know how I was going to survive. You have no idea how much this helps. He was all like, story. Sharing his gratitude through the mental construct and story. And it was so beautiful that community member, the tribe member, was like, no thanks needed. I have, I give. No thanks, nothing to do with it. I have, I give. And the Westerner couldn't settle and land on that. He's like, oh, but you just he probably had this felt sense of like, wow, I really want you to receive how much I'm appreciating this, I can imagine all the, with all of those thoughts, the tomfoolery in his head about like, how do I survive, and how do I ask for help, and what do you do in this culture and situation, but it was so funny because as he persisted, the tribe member kept saying again, no thanks necessary. Wow, what a world and a culture to have grown up in like that. We give. I also learned another amazing teaching on this from Byron Katie. She was doing one of her little quips. She does these little kind of quips and things where she talks about random things, and you're like, where did that come from? Because every great teacher does that, right? And she was talking about giving, and how if somebody asked for her wedding ring, she would just give it away to them. She's like, I don't know, what would it be in that moment? I would check in and go, yeah, I feel like this belongs to you, or this, yeah, that would bring me so much joy for you to have this. Our giving and receiving is also tied to how much we are attached to things. So much to explore on this rich, lush topic. And the holidays are a perfect time for that. Just stop and sit back and notice one with ourselves first. You know, I always say this first, like with me, am I giving and receiving to myself? The self-care. Am I open to receiving the wisdom to stop on a dime and ask, what's it like to be in my sensory system? How can I support myself? What does my sensory system wisdom have to reveal and show to me in this moment about how I'm behaving or interacting? What I may need, how I may ask for that support, how I may support myself. And then as we give through the season, because you will be giving through the holiday season, your time, your attention, the most valuable gifts we ever give a human, your compassion, maybe it's an actual physical gift. See if you notice where you're giving from, what expectation you're giving from. If you're giving from an expectation, which we all do because we're trained weirdo humans in this society often, right? We're giving from the expectation. Even if it's just the expectation of when this lands, they're going to appreciate it so much and they're going to, whatever, you know what I mean? Or I just want to see the joy on their face or whatever, you know? And that's okay. I'm not saying any of that's bad or wrong or, you know, it's not until we get really subtle. You know, I'm always telling you guys, like, subtle is significant. To notice the whole process from tip to tail of giving and receiving. When I give, this is now out of my hands wholeheartedly. How it's accepted, how it's used, how it's inputted, how it's taken in, out of my hands. 100% out of my hands. That's reality. But so much, we have an attachment. And this can create a lot of resentment in relationships, strained family relationships. How often on the holidays do we do things, obligatory things or things, right? And there's a little bit of resentment that's attached with that giving. And when that happens, notice that too. That's this is like, oh, mind has wandered. Come back, notice, oh, gift has been given with attachment. Oh, okay, a moment for insight is here possibly. And it doesn't mean that, like, from that moment, we could sit and, like, ruminate in that, right? Or we could go, oh, this is cool. What goes in my body? What's going on in my body, my sensory system? And do a little micro-hit meditation and notice, what's happening in this present moment? Can I do a little flow or deconstruction of that? And go, oh yeah, I do have a little bit of that stickiness there, yeah. Can I turn towards love that stickiness? Because it's a form of not receiving what I may need. Sometimes we give a gift, and in that gift giving, even if we think it's altruistic, there's like a need or something. Like, ooh, what's there? What's sticky? I like to ask, like, what's sticky about this situation, and then delve into it. So the holiday season is a perfect time to look at the way you're dancing the dance of giving and receiving. So hopefully that gives you some ideas. In the end, it's just about sitting with every gift I give during this season, whatever time, attention, actual physical gift, whatever gift I receive during this season. And can I ask for? And if I ask for, can I be open to receiving wholeheartedly what I ask for? And when I give, can I give from a place of maybe a little bit more wholehearted giving? I don't know, kids. Give it a try. Report back. We're all just citizen experimenters. Scientists. I love this. I heard this term the other day. Citizen scientists. in order to change and permeate and show up differently in the world. It's like every citizen's thing every citizen can do. Oh, I have the capacity to be a little scientist and research and study and explore. So at the depth level, maybe these societal changes will occur. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? All right, kiddos. Have a great day.